Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to the Boss Key Podcast. This is the Christmas
Christmas.
special. What's up, dude?
Oh my God. Oh, okay. By the way, of course, introductions again. If this is your first episode listening into it, my name is Jebby G, Jesse Fergoso. I'm one of the co-hosts, along with my beautiful friend here, Mr. McQuack.
Don't you mean
Josh.
Santa Quack?
Santa Quack or Santa Jebs, Santa Jebby
Dude,
here.
I wanted to throw you off. This was not planned. I did not tell Jesse ahead of time that I was going to do
Yes,
that. And
I
I
was
just
like, I was
wanted.
like, what's that? Merry Christmas. I was like, you leave me out of the Chris. You don't you dare leave me out of Christmas celebrations. I want to be in it too, for goodness sake. You
What's
should have
up,
told me to bring the
dude?
hot cocoa and everything. Ah, nothing much, man. Just here, enjoying. Oh, I should have a hot cocoa with me, but I have sparkling water, Spindrift, delicious. By the way, just saying. Actually, good thing you
Always
mentioned all this Christmas
nutritionist.
stuff. Yes, I am. I am. Yes, I'm sorry. You're gonna see my house. There's like chips and stuff too to break up the monotony, but they're gonna most likely stay there. They're most likely for guests and people who come over. So yes, all the chips are probably gonna be eaten by you when you come over if you want and have a bunch of my chips if you like. Um, Actually, this morning was really cold too, man. California's in this cold front right now. That's like, I know, East Coasters. Anyone in the East Coast, I know our cold is not your cold of 20s and 10s, but to me, this is cold. This
Yeah,
is ice cold.
it hit 70 and I'm already looking for the jacket. I'm like, oh my god. It's
What's the temperature? What? 50? Oh no, gotta wear that something.
but I
I
do
think
love
you
the
have someone
cold.
from Chicago.
I,
Yeah,
I love that cold. I love California cold because that's
yeah.
sweater weather and I love sweaters. So
The hoodie
I
weather,
yeah, I love that.
hoodie.
I love that cold, but not like frostbite cold. I'm not into that.
Oh,
I'm
so you're
good.
not, so that means you're not coming with me snowboarding when I take you to the top of the mountain, dude, where it's ice cold. You're not gonna come with me up there.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Big Bear trip in a cabin in
I
the
have I've
cold
never
trip.
even been to Big Bear.
What? Oh
Yeah.
man! All right, I'm
I
putting
think
this
I
on
think
the.
I
I'm
think
putting.
I think that's gonna be for next year. But yeah, I've never been to Big Bear. I just saw snow for the first time like a year and a half ago in
What?
uh t-
Oh man!
yeah
I gotta.
2019. 30-year-old man just finally saw snow and grabbed and made my own snowball. I took a picture. We were coming back from Vegas. We were coming back from Vegas from all places,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, we did. We stopped, off the freeway, and there was snow there. I was like, "What?" And so, took pictures, and that was the first time ever I've ever seen snow
Uh,
in real
I'm
life, and did my own snowball.
Oh, I'm making a bucket list for you then. We're gonna go to Big Bear at some point. We're gonna play in the snow. We're gonna get a cabin and stuff, dude. I invite you and have hot cocoa up there. The one thing I do love about the cold, well, there's one thing I do like about the cold. For some reason, when I'm up there, the air is just more refreshing when it's in the cold. To go outside in a cabin in the snow and like inhale and drink like a cup of coffee. I don't know why. It just feels 10,000 times better when you're in nature and cold nature. I can't explain that feeling straight up because it just feels amazing just to sit out in the front porch of like a snow field or a cold area and just having that coffee, and it's so refreshing. And the thing about after the we just had rain the past couple days,
Yeah,
where there were some rainstorms intermittent, but what happens is the world is like washed and like cleansed, it feels like, and the air is just crisper then. It's colder. It's way colder.
hmm
But but it's refreshing. It's like crisp.
yeah.
But speaking
I
of,
definitely prefer the cold
yeah.
over the heat. I
Oh,
prefer 60
muggy
degree
heat.
weather over 90, 100-degree weather
Ugh.
every single time.
All day. But the reason we're talking about cold and Christmas, and if you couldn't tell from the beginning of the episode, this is our Christmas themed episode of the Bosky podcast. By the time you're listening to this, it's Merry Christmas to everyone that's hearing this episode.
Yes, by the time you're hearing this, this is all pre-recorded, so we're not going to go through the usual what we're playing because we're recording all this in one day, just so that we could have time with our families, our loved ones,
Triple
and
header, guys. We're recording three in one day because we love y'all and we all want you to have episodes. But we need some free time too.
and we don't want to skip a week.
We're doing as best as we can to not skip a week. Knock on wood. Have not done that yet. Knock on wood. Just saying. Not saying it will never happen. We're not perfect beings, but we haven't done it yet. We plan really as much as we can not to.
Yeah. Our Christmas special for this week. By the time you're listening to this, Christmas would have already happened. So I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. I hope you got everything you asked for. You're with all your loved ones, and a safe Christmas. We wanted to go down memory lane of our Christmases, Christmases that we've had, anything gaming related that we may have picked up for somebody or somebody picked up for us, what have you. Jesse, you want to go first? What's one of your favorite memories about gaming Christmas that you had?
Oh my goodness, my man, you are so giving. You're giving me the first pick on that. I love it. Thank you, sir. And number one, quick correction. My bad. This episode might come out after Christmas. So yes, Christmas has passed. So not right away. My bad. Scratch what I said earlier a little bit. It doesn't matter. Merry Christmas regardless. It's fine. You can say Merry Christmas for a little bit.
Yeah.
So gaming related Christmas. As far as for what I have received, a lot of times in my fam bam, I'm usually the biggest gamer of the family, so we didn't have a lot of togetherness like Christmas gaming together. Like, if anyone didn't know, I'm the youngest of all of my family, but I was born kind of like a lot of years away from my siblings. So I was basically like, it was just mostly me as like the kid at the time, and mostly everyone else was already like in adult mode. So I was the one playing games most of the time. But my parents were very fortunate and very blessed to be able to get me the thing that I love, gaming, whenever they could or whenever I can. So one of the couple of Christmas gaming memories that I've had in recent memory, I actually did get a couple of gaming for Christmas, such as one of my earliest memories of a gaming present that I got from Santa. I got the Game Gear and it was a big, and I kept looking at it at the magazine over and over and over again. It was at the time when the magazines and everything was all on paper. Nothing was it was all either like in Game Pro or the Electronic Gaming Monthly magazines. For those who remember the magazines that used to come out, I used to always look at them at the supermarkets over and over again. Yeah. So that's how you got a lot of gaming news then, before the internet. So Santa got me the Game Gear with all the trimmings. It was a blue Game Gear, I said already, and I got like the magnifying glass to see it closer. I got like the TV adapter, which worked okay, and at the same time, Santa also gave me a basketball court at that time. So I got a Game Gear and a basketball court. But of course, I was more attached to the Game Gear, being the gaming type. I think for the basketball court, Santa was trying to tell me to be a little bit more active than I was, because I wasn't very active. So they're saying Santa's like, we need you to do something else besides play games. But of course, I'm still more attached to the video games themselves. But the first game that I got there with that one was The Lion King. I had The Lion King on Game Gear.
Nice.
And the Game Gear, I remember it being it was a portable console, but my God, it was not that portable because it didn't fit in any pocket I could think of. Like, it was...
Even with 90s jean pockets, you couldn't fit that huge 6-battery behemoth of a console.
And it wasted those batteries like none other. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I was on an AC wall most of the time with that thing. It was like I was not there was no like it just didn't handle anything with that. Like wait, did it come with dang. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Did the Game Gear come with the AC adapter? I think it did, right?
I think it did.
Okay,
I feel
because
like
I
it
could have
did.
I could have sworn that it did with it too. Because I'm hold on, because I know it was many years ago. It was really kind of like fuzzy then, but I believe it did come with the AC adapter as well. But yeah, it drained. I did remember it draining batteries like crazy. But I did like portability with color.
Yeah.
Portability with color was amazing for its time, and but it just was not very portable. But as a kid at the time, I was ecstatic for getting it. I was stoked. I was anything new in the world of gaming to me was fantastic for me, and that was my gift that I got from Santa. That was my best gaming Santa gift I ever got. What's the best Santa gift you got, McQuack?
Well, growing up, I didn't have a lot of Christmases. Just being a specific religion, I was as a Jehovah's Witness for
Hmm.
majority of my time. But I remember one Christmas that we had was one that I think I've mentioned before with the N64 Christmas,
Hmm.
where I got an N64. My birthday's on the 10th, so it's about 2 weeks before Christmas, and my parents got me an N64. Uh, no games. There were no games, so I had an N64 still in the box for 2 weeks, nothing to
Now,
play.
did your parents get you the N64 not knowing that there wasn't a game in it?
No, they knew.
Oh,
They
what?
they
Wait, there's no
they knew
games.
because they said, "Oh well, maybe Santa will get you a Christmas gift," and so I was like,
Oh,
"Okay."
genius. Genius. Oh man,
It was
did you get?
it was either a really big gift that I would get for both days, or I would get like half half. I would be
Chunks.
like,
You get chunks of the
yeah,
gift.
I get chunks of the gift. I was like, what is this? What why do I have a bike wheel but no bike? Oh, maybe Christmas you'll get a bike to complete it. And so yeah, opening Christmas Day presents,
I
and
know, no Mike.
it was what are those called,
Love it.
dude? The single wheel.
No, you unicycle. They
Yeah,
give you a
they got me a
unicycle.
unicycle, and I'm like, where's the handles? Where's the other wheel? Oh, maybe Santa will get you the
I,
rest of
I
it.
I need you to learn how to master a unicycle first before I get you a bicycle. I need you to learn how to do just one wheel. Were
Oh my
you
god.
when you got your N64? Were you like that kid in the most meme video ever? Were you excited for your N64? N64! The best video ever.
I
That was
was
the best Christmas video
Yeah,
ever.
that's the best meme Christmas
Yes,
video I've ever seen.
I love it. I can see that video 10,000 times.
64.
64! Like, oh man. If I could have that excitement again for a console, that would be amazing. That'd be dope.
So yeah, I opened my gift and it was Mortal Kombat 4, and
Yes! Love it.
I wasn't in love with it
I know you
because
were, but I love it. I love it.
I was disappointed as a kid, but I never showed that to my parents. I knew my parents always tried their best.
Good on you.
So I always was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I can play as Sub-Zero." I mean, I have played Mortal Kombat. It wasn't like it was a bad game, but it was one of
Yeah,
those like, if I had received other games, that would have been cool too. But it's a game. I took it as what it is. That's what I
good
played for
on you.
like the first month was Mortal Kombat, and I just remember like, yeah, like my parents tried their best with I was the only person besides my cousin who played gaming at the time. Nobody else was really into the games, and it was like you said, so difficult at the time to go off of like just
Mhm.
magazines, or my parents must have just gone to Toys R Us and looked at the games, and they might have been like, oh, I remember him playing Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis,
Yep. There
so
you go.
he'll probably want Mortal Kombat, the newest one on N64, not knowing that I have a love for the Legend of Zelda, because they wouldn't see that. They only that was when I would go over my uncle's place, and I would
Yep.
play there. But That's one of my memories that I remember the most. And looking back at my parents, and looking for that
Mhm.
approval. I don't know. I gave them that approval face and smile, and they
Yes.
were happy about it. So, um,
MK4. How awesome. Well, okay. Again, this is coming from me. I would have loved that gift. Like I loved it too. No, I did love that you showed the appreciation still because a gift is a gift. Like it's
yeah,
not it ain't cheap. Especially when you grow up and you realize how much games cost and everything, and how much games cost back then. Like, yeah, it's not cheap. So to get your kids the games or to get whatever they wanted, if you could, uh, it was an accomplishment. It was something like good to do and something good to give. At least they didn't give you Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub Zero. At
I
least they didn't give you that one.
I never played that one, but I've heard about that one.
If they gave you that one, then I would be like, oh, like, okay, maybe. Like I love it for the cheesiness of it and the story I enjoy. It is better on the PlayStation because of the cutscenes, because they actually have cutscenes on the PlayStation one. On the N64 one, they just have the still image. Um, but at least you got the good fighting game version of it.
Yeah.
And then what did you get? What did you get a month later?
What do you mean?
Well, because you said you played Mortal Kombat for a month.
Oh yeah, because I got it. Oh yeah. So I played it for a month, and that's the funny thing is that the GameCube was already coming out too. They had gotten to me
Oh,
the
okay.
N64
Mhm.
months before the GameCube came out. One of my cousins had a whole like they probably had like maybe 12 N64 games,
Mhm.
and I guess my dad bought it off of him for like $100 or something like that, which is a huge steal. But I think because he was getting a GameCube,
Nice.
and he got my dad got me like it was like 10 games I remember, and there were not all of them were known. I think it was only like two of them were known. One of them was of course Star Fox 64, and
Nice.
the other one was Turok.
There
Those
you
were
go.
the two main ones, and I loved Turok when I first. That was the first. As soon as I saw, it, I'm like, I know what this is. I know what this is, and I put on Turok, and it was so cool to see something other than a fighting game, and it was dinosaurs, robot, it was
Yes.
dinosaurs. It was Turok, like almost kind of in a futuristic because there was like these portals.
Yep.
But I loved that game, and that was one of my favorites. Other ones were like some
Okay.
San Francisco Rush. I
Okay,
love,
there you go.
I
That was
love
popular.
I love San Francisco Rush. To this day, I can hear that music theme in the background, like shoo, shoo, Rush, and it was cool. I love that title. It was like there was like an open world mode
Hmm.
that you can play, and I remember finding out this secret that nobody knew, but I'm pretty sure people knew about it, where you can go underneath some highway, and there's
Yeah.
like a secret cave,
Uh,
and underneath that you drive down down inside that cave, and there's like this huge, like it looks like an off-road monster truck arena that you can just drive through and like jump and do flips and stuff like that. um I remember playing a lot of that. But
there
for
you go.
Christmas, I specifically remember getting Mortal Kombat 4 and being disappointed, but not showing that disappointment because, again, we didn't really have that many Christmases, and my parents did their best. They legit did their best to say, hey, he likes Nintendo. I know he likes Nintendo. But he also played, Mortal Kombat as a kid with Sega Genesis. So
You shouldn't have
let's
played
get
it
him
on
that.
your Genesis. You
that's
shouldn't have
that's
played Mortal Kombat on your
that's what I had. I didn't have Zelda on Sega,
Genesis.
unfortunately. uh,
Actually, Nintendo 64 is actually the console that I got. I remember the most with Christmas gifts because that was the earliest. Because after that, I didn't get many games
mhm.
beyond that because I was older at the time. So I started getting games for me,
Yeah.
and not too many games for Christmas Day. Um, but a game that I love that I got for Christmas, surprise GoldenEye for
Ooh.
Christmas. I got a surprise one. Like
What do you
my
mean a
aunt got
surprise?
that
Oh,
because my aunt got it for me, and I didn't even know that she was gonna get it. Well, obviously, your aunt's not gonna tell you what present she's getting you,
yeah,
but
of
I
course.
call it a surprise one because that used to be a game when gaming rental was a thing at
Mhm.
Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. I would always rent it over and over and over again. And my parents didn't get it for me, but my aunt got it for me. I was like, oh my god, like, I was flabbergasted. I got my own copy now of GoldenEye. Like, I can now perfect agent everything without having to start over every time or use some other people's save files. I got my own save file.
Mm-hmm.
And these were some of the Christmases, my super early Christmases, when my grandparents were around. We used to all hang around. It used to be a big family gatherings at my grandparents' house when we were younger. My grandparents from my father's side.
Okay.
We would all gather in the house, aunts, uncles, all of the cousins. Where we would open gifts, and we usually did the tradition of waiting until midnight to open our gifts. I know some people open the Santa gifts are always saved until Christmas Day because obviously Santa's not going to deliver on right on Christmas. He's busy delivering in the middle of the night.
Of course.
So the
Better
family
than
presents
FedEx.
would be open. There you go. Way better than FedEx. And we had so all the family presents would be open on midnight, and one of them again did not expect the GoldenEye for my N64, but I got it. And of course, we have already talked about GoldenEye being one of the best console first-person shooters ever for the time. It was great. I had a fun Christmas break. That Christmas break, that was just GoldenEye and everything. Even though I rented it so many times, now I have one. So
Yeah.
I was able to just play it to my heart's content. No late fees, no having to return it, no having. Oh, remember late fees and all that stuff? Oh man, my mom was pissed at me when I forgot to tell her to turn in a game for me or to turn in a game when I forgot. Oh man, and then my punishment would be not renting games for a couple more weeks. I was like, oh, like I wanted to rent. But yeah, GoldenEye. And another N64 game that was a really popular one for me that I got as a Christmas gift from another aunt that was visiting from Chicago was actually Donkey Kong 64.
Ooh, the yellow cartridge.
Yes! The yellow cartridge, Donkey Kong 64, and it was amazing because it gave me the expansion pack.
Which made all the other games better, play a little bit better, and you needed it for like a lot of the late titles.
The final titles that were coming out at the end of 99 and 2000, it literally said expansion packs required. Example, Majora's Mask, you could not play without the expansion pack. Mm-hmm. Perfect Dark, you needed the expansion pack to play single player. Like, you needed it to do the campaign.
Yeah.
The story mode. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Conquer also needed the expansion pack too.
I think so. I don't know.
I think it did.
I think also a Tony Hawk game, but I'm not sure. I don't know if a Tony Hawk game needed it.
And then also, Turok 2 was improved by the expansion pack.
Yeah.
So of course that was the next Turok game. Okay, we mentioned Turok many a times. We are going to have a Turok theme episode at some point because I really want to.
Turok help!
Turok help! Yes, from Turok 2.
Yeah, I think everybody did that.
As a jerk from Turok 2. Oh my god! But you know what? No, I love Turok too much. We will have that in the future. But so many games needed the expansion pack, and Resident Evil 2 was one of them that needed the expansion pack. I think as well. But yeah, the expansion pack I got finally by having Donkey Kong 64, and that was a Christmas gift from mi tia from Chicago. She was visiting. It was actually my cousin's baptism. She came over, and it was like near Christmas time as well. So that was great. Great Christmas memories. Those are some of the best gifts that I personally receive in the gaming world.
I remember for me, for Christmas, it wasn't always like really the gifts that I would receive because I like I said, rarely did I get a Christmas gift that was related to gaming. It was basically mostly like clothes and stuff like that when we would have Christmas. But I remember specifically playing N64 games early, and then eventually my cousin would have the GameCube, but always playing Smash Brothers. I think Smash Brothers was always like a Christmas thing for us. It was the three main games to play was Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, and GoldenEye. You had those three games,
Nice.
you were perfect. You can have the kids in one room all playing and enjoying it and not worry about whatever. We had maybe a cousin fall asleep, knock out on the bed or something while we're all playing, but those three games were always the best games to have for Christmas gatherings. While we waited, because I don't know how other people celebrate, but when we would celebrate, we had like the Latino way, the Hispanic of staying up. You stay up
Yep.
till 12 a.m. and then
So
at 12,
we had a similar method right there. You and me. You stayed up until 12 to open the family gifts.
yeah, you stay up till 12, and then if those kids that were like chugging through and awake, uh, they get to open their presents early. It wasn't really like Christmas morning. We have to wait till everyone's awake and then we open. Nah, it's you.
Ah.
All the adults, tios, tias, they're drinking and talking it up, and the kids are playing Smash Brothers until 12, and the ones
Nice.
who stay up, okay, it's time to open the presents, and then you get that second adrenaline rush. That, oh my god, Mortal Kombat 4, I'm now awake.
Oh, I'm back! I'm back!
Oh my
I'm
god,
here!
I get the bike for my wheel. Yes, it's
Yay!
Christmas.
Dude, I still can't believe the bike with the wheel star gets me every time.
Yeah,
That's a good
so
analogy.
it wasn't.
That's like,
I didn't get that many gifts with gaming related, but I did appreciate more of the experiences I've had growing up with my cousins, playing games on Christmas. Those were probably better than just regular gaming, because it was like us all playing together and trying to stay awake during that time, just so that we can eventually open our gifts at the same time. Um, uh, any games? I mean, that's more future, or more of the past. But any things that you would get somebody today? Like what are like games that holiday, Christmas 2021? What are games do you think? Hey, I think this would be a good gift, a good game for somebody, or what have you, or even accessories, anything like that.
ooh, okay. Good question on that one. Definitely. There are actually a lot of games out there. There's actually too many to even name or like think about with like gaming, man. There's a lot. It's really hard. So sometimes I have to think about the level of the gamer or whatever that I'm talking about. Like I got to think about like are they experienced? Do they play games often? Do they not play games often? Um, it's really hard to pick. I think it just really depends on people's style of gaming because there might be some things you enjoy and then there's some things that I enjoy more. Like it's always a mixed match. Um, but something that I would recommend overall in the gaming scene right now, like here's something that I definitely will recommend anyone. I will give them a card to get this game. I would get Hades.
Hades, yeah.
I would get Hades because that is a fantastic romp throughout the different corridors, different dungeons, different the it's one of the best roguelikes that I've played in a long time.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think anyone can get into that game.
And it's available on all modern platforms as well. So
Yep.
that's a good pick. I know for me, typically I've stuck with gift cards for like if I know that they're on Xbox or PlayStation. It's typically
Hmm.
that because majority of the time, a lot of people just download their games, but
Yeah, they
also
do.
they even if they don't download their games and they're always physical, a lot of people still need those digital cards for like season passes
Yep.
or game of the year edition upgrades. I know that I don't know if it'll be still up live right now, but Xbox has a sale, and I'm thinking of getting the year one pass for Doom Eternal because it's only $7.50, and you get both expansions, and I that'll push me to beat Doom Eternal and then go to the DLC because I know that's a good DLC. I'm
Oh,
guessing you have.
did you just say that Doom Eternal's amazing? Did you just say that? Did you just say that?
Merry Christmas, Jesse.
Yes. Oh my god! You just
But
saw my favorite game of like one of my favorite games. I saw you post the Switch version on Twitter, and I was so excited for you. I was so happy.
oh yeah, I was at work and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I still have Doom Eternal. Let me see how. And I was playing. I'm like, man, frame rate aside, it's still playable. It's playable on this little handheld that I can
Yep.
play at work without going. Oh, it's not 4K. Oh, it's not 120. No, it's on my break. I'm playing something
It's
on the go.
portable.
Yeah,
It's
that's
portable. I'm not expecting super blown 4K. It probably looks 10,000 times better on your OLED screen than
yeah.
it would on a regular screen. So I'll agree with that. That's probably the one I would recommend if you're getting a Switch right now, the OLED one.
Mhm.
But oh my goodness, the year wait, what's this? What's this expansion? Like a year one pass includes expansion pack 1 and 2?
Yeah, it's $7.50.
Ooh, dude, you're gonna
Now,
have a blast.
again, this sale might be long gone by the time you guys hear this when this airs. But yeah, it's $7.50
Oh,
that I saw. Even gift cards like I said to Xbox, you give somebody a $20 card, $25, whatever it is. There's so many sales during Christmas, even on the digital front that
uh,
they can take advantage of. I know my niece, she loves Fortnite. That's basically all she plays. So
mhm.
that's the only reason why I have Fortnite on all my consoles because, when she wants to play and I'll get on. But I know, gifting her like the season pass or here's
Yeah.
$20 for Fortnite. Get whatever cosmetics you want to get, and she's happy with that. Um,
I always get my goddaughter. I give my goddaughter all the time Roblox cards because she loves Roblox.
yeah, Roblox is
Does she?
still huge.
Roblox, dang, it's big. And then my two nieces then are playing them together, like on their one has a tablet, one on the phone. Like that's a multi-platform game, if you ask me. That's huge. And then, um, it's away from my generation. I didn't know what Roblox was or anything until like they kept talking about it. But my God, Roblox is gigantic. It is a series. It is, dude. The whole world is playing that game, and there's Roblox everything. Roblox toys, Roblox, just like Fortnite. It's just another big one that all the kids are playing right now. And if I were to recommend anything for anyone, right, as far as like gifting for whatever console that you're getting or whatever area you're getting, I would just recommend, like how you said, the gift card to that particular console, but make sure it's like the gift card to that particular console, but just cash straight up. So that way they can pick whichever they want to do. Like I know sometimes they sell like one month Game Pass, this and that, or 1 month this or 1 month of that, and like 1 month of PSN Live, PlayStation Plus, excuse me, services. I would say just get the cash one so they can decide what they want to do with that money as opposed to just locking it down to one service period, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, gift cards. I think gift cards by far is the best thing you can give to a gamer in your life. Just because
Man.
they can use it on so many different levels, like Xbox Live or Game Pass or PlayStation Plus, PS Now,
Yep.
Nintendo Switch Online, stuff like that. Goes a long way. I think that's the best gift. After that, maybe a headset. Headsets are pretty cool to get.
Yes, I agree. Headsets are huge. Headsets are a big one. Wireless is a plus if you can splurge a little more, but wired headsets are just as good too.
Yeah,
Um, know the player that you have, like if they're going to be sitting far away or if they're going to be sitting. If they're sitting at a PC, they could probably be good with a wired headset,
yeah.
because they're going to be up close anyways. But
And I think
wired
our
or wireless
audience knows
headsets
about
good.
that too. Like,
Yeah.
that's generally our audience. I know I gifted my niece last year,
Mhm.
and I think this is how it's pretty much been. I think as I got older, it's more like, oh, who can I gift this to? And I remember buying my niece. She needed some headsets for her Fortnite so that she can talk to her cousins. And
Nice.
I gifted her some headsets that were pink with cat ears and whatever, and she
Ooh,
she loved
fancy.
she loved those. So it's that I'm now to that point. I think we're both at that point where it's like we'd rather give and
Yep.
see that reaction, the kid's reaction, and who For all I know, my niece could have been like, "Oh, damn, I wanted those Astro A40s for my Switch, but my uncle didn't know." But I'm not gonna show him displeasure. I'm gonna show him that I'm excited for these cat ear headsets, and the cycle continues. But all I know,
We become the parents now, and they we become the parents now, or the older generation, and they're all like, "You see, guys, she loved the gift," and then they're thinking in the back of their head, "It's what I really wanted." There
yeah,
was, like,
I wanted
oh my god.
I wanted the Astros with Dolby Atmos capability, not these cat ears. But you know what? My uncle got it for me.
Not these darn cat ears. Not this.
But as far as I know, she uses them. So I think that's Christmas for me now. Christmas for me is now less about receiving and more about actually giving and seeing those reactions of people like loving their gift and the thought that counts behind them.
I 1000% agree with that. The giving aspect just feels so much better, and it feels great to see other kids or other adults alike, whoever you give the gift to, when they get something huge or something that they really wanted, or just getting a gift overall. It's like, oh, the amazement they get. It's like, oh, I mean, it's good to get once in a blue moon too, but like, no, I still prefer to give. Like, you know what, guys, I can, like, me personally, as best as I can get stuff for me. If you want to get it out of your kindness of your heart for me, I'll love it. I'll still love you and appreciate you if you do. But I'm not looking forward to just getting. I'll give anything I want. I'll give the world if I can to a lot of people. It's giving just feels amazing, and the smile again, the pleasure, the excitement, and the big gratitude that you get is it's awesome. It's a great feeling.
And you guys hear that? That's the boss pick of the week for this week. I believe it's my turn for the Christmas special, and
Yes.
I'm gonna try to tie in Christmas with this as best as I can, even though it's pretty hard. But my boss pick of the week is Dark Souls 1, the game that keeps on giving and giving with pain, pain and disappointment. Dark Souls 1, one of the the quintessential games that pretty much started its own genre, the Souls like genre. Um,
Yep.
Dark Souls 1, the boss pick that I pick is I don't think it's that famous, but I really enjoyed this one my first time playing through, which is the gargoyles that are on top of the church. They're probably about maybe the second or third boss, but they are needed. They are required to proceed through the game, and I don't know if you've known about this game, Jesse, or played it. Any experience?
I've actually played it because I actually bought the remaster. I told you before that I bought the HD remaster, the remastered one, because I remember you said get that one because the original Dark Souls was not 60 FPS, so you have to get the remaster. The reason I gave my grunts earlier is because even in my beginning experiences, my goodness was it hard, and you're already facing something 10 times bigger than you, and you're supposed to leave. You're supposed to run away. You're not supposed to fight the thing, but I tried fighting the thing, and of course, over and over and over, getting demolished. But I have not gotten far enough to know like the specific bosses yet. But I do have it, and it's part of my my list. Let's say a backlog, but I do own it now because you've talked about it many a time for Dark Souls, and it's always named the Dark Souls of this. All right, I just want to know how hard this game is. Let's go.
Well, on this one, and I could flip it because you are playing it. I want to talk about the first boss that you fight, which isn't really well, how do I explain it? You don't fight. You're not supposed to fight him right at the get go.
Yeah.
You start off the game. It's right at the beginning. It's basically the tutorial boss showing you, hey, you're gonna get your butt kicked. You're gonna die, and you're gonna die, and you're gonna die a lot. And basically, the first time you meet him, it's kind of like it's this, like you said, this huge grotesque demon. Think of Dragonite on crack. he
Yep.
has these tiny wings and this huge hammer, that he's carrying, and you're supposed to run away and go to this door that's on the left, and then you go through around. You have like a broken sword. For the beginning of the game, the first 15 minutes is basically a joke weapon,
And I'm
and
basically like, thanks a lot, Dark Souls. Like, you literally
yeah.
show me how hard you are by giving me a broken sword. You're not even giving me a full one. You give me a broken sword.
But once you finally get your sword and you go through the passageways, you see the fog door, which is very famous for Dark Souls, and that means that it's either going to be an extended area level or it's going to be the boss. And in this case, it's the boss, and you fight the boss that you just ran away from once again. But this time you're on top of a ledge, overseeing him. And if you take your time, if you don't attack him, he'll jump and swing his hammer and either kill you with one hit or knock you down and damage you significantly. But, you know, looked down, jumped, and, thrusted my sword down, took out half his life. And it was basically a training. It was basically learning to dodge and understand the boss, his attacks, when to attack. I think it's one of the best boss fights in the game just because of the tutorial. It teaches you what the game is going to be about. This is one of the easiest bosses overall. But I love that boss because of it was my first introduction. I didn't play Demon Souls until after Dark Souls 1. But Dark Souls, playing it, I was like, damn, this game's hard. This game is super hard, and I don't know if I can
Yeah.
do this. And
Yeah.
I got through it, and it was one of my favorite platinum trophies. I got a platinum on Dark Souls 1, and
Okay.
that boss really taught me that, hey, this game is no joke. And
Don't. This
huh?
game don't play.
Yeah,
Like, this
don't
game don't
play.
play.
And
Nope. It's not gonna be good.
And there's an achievement just to die. That's how much this game played around with it. So I love that boss. That's my boss pick of the week, Dark Souls. If you haven't played it, I highly suggest getting the Dark Souls remaster that Jesse brought up. It's
Yeah.
the preferred way to play, and yeah, and also I believe it comes with all the DLC that it came with. It came with like a DLC expansion. Uh,
Mhm.
so yeah, that's my boss pick of the week. That's our Christmas special. Like we said, you're gonna be listening to this after Christmas, so we both hope that you guys had a safe and awesome Christmas with your loved ones or
Yep.
whoever you spend it with. Jesse, any last minute things you want to say before we head out for the special?
I would just say, yeah, like you said already, it's going to be past Christmas when we record this episode, when we release it, possibly this episode. So I hope you, again, had a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with your families, with your friends or family, whoever you're hanging out with, Christmas. Um, Enjoy gaming. For a lot of us, we're maybe like off a little bit more on the holidays. We'll see. Some are working, some are not, but enjoy some gaming time in the house. Play everything. Play things with family if you can as well. Like, I would like a little tiny additional mini gaming memory that I had as well is the Wii being one of the most popular consoles. So we did a lot of Just Dancing and Just Dance, and Wii Boxing was actually the excuse me, Wii Sports, the boxing
Way
game was
boxing.
like the boxing game is the one that people loved, and somehow always, yeah, there you go, exactly, with the fists, like
Yeah.
the crisscross. That was a very, very popular console for Christmas time. My sister's house, and my nephew, me and my nieces and my nephews would play Wii Boxing and the bowling, and um, that was a very good one at the time. And again, the Wii was just crunch from the previous episode. It was the family console of choice.
Yeah.
Enjoy the time with the families. Do everything safely and responsibly, and uh, as best as you can. Um, and I wish if you had a Merry Christmas, amazing. And by the time you're hearing this episode, close to the new year, Happy New Year to you.
Yes. Our next episode will be our New Year's resolution episode, all about the new year of 2022 and a small look back at 2021. But
Mhm.
mostly about what we look forward to in the new year as the Boss Key podcast show, and just what we want to do, personal goals and stuff like that. So again, like Jesse said, we hope you had a Merry Christmas. Whatever you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, I hope you and your family are safe. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of the Boss Key Podcast, episode
Ho, ho, ho.
22?
21.
21.
21. We
21
needed
episode.
20.
21, I'm
This is
already.
21. We can officially buy alcohol now.
There you go. The show can buy alcohol. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe we should be drunk on the next episode.
There you go. Oh, hey, it is New Year's. It's coming up. We'll see.
All
It
right,
is New
man.
Year's. Time to dip into the eggnog. Just a bit.
Okay, you guys. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you. We love you
Peace,
guys.
everybody. Love you all.